today we are just trying to design a digital filter. That is a digital filter. It may be a low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass, or a band stop filter. But before designing a digital filter, it is a normally we will not be designing a digital filter. That is, we will be designing an analog filter. Why? Design of digital IR filter is heavily dependent on that of their analog counterpart, and because there are plenty of resources or works and straightforward design methods concerning your analog feedback filter design. While there are hardly what we can call any few or for digital IR filters. Okay, so as a result, usually when an filter, when a digital IR filter is going to be implemented, an analog filter, that is a Chebyshev or it may be a Butterworth or elliptical filters, is designed first, and then it has been converted into a digital filter by some of the discretization techniques. The discretization techniques such as your bilinear transformation techniques, or it may be your impulse invariance transformation techniques. So before designing a digital IR filter, that is first we have to understand the analog filter itself. And for filtering your analog filter, the first thing here, there are in the VTU syllabus, that is for in our electrical department 6th semester. We have two different filters. That is, one is your Chebyshev filters and the Butterworth filters. So what is the difference between these two filters? That is your Butterworth filter and the Chebyshev filters. When it comes to a Butterworth filter, that is ripples will not be there in the Butterworth filters. That is, the pass band and the stop band will be as smooth in my Butterworth filter when it compared to a Chebyshev filter. That is, Chebyshev filter will be having what we call it as a ripples in the pass band or else ripples in the stop band. And when it comes to a Butterworth filter, in the Butterworth filter, the transition region is wider compared with your Chebyshev filter. That is, the transition region in the Butterworth filter will be wider compared with your Chebyshev type of your filter. Okay, and for the given specifications or whatever the given details, that is we will try to design a Butterworth filter, one Butterworth filter. We will design an analog filter first, then we can see with the design of your Chebyshev filter. Okay, so for designing a Butterworth filter, parameters things which we have to know. Parameters things, that is the passband edge frequency, what we call it as an omega p, a stop band edge frequency, what we call it as an omega s, dou of p or the tolerance of the magnitude response in the passband, and dou of s, that is tolerance of the magnitude response in the stop band. Okay, that is if you just plot the frequency response curve, that is a typical magnitude frequency response curve of a low pass filter, it will look similarly, that is as we are written in the figure. Okay, so in the x-axis we are trying to means mark the omega, and in the y-axis it is h of j omega. Okay, so in the x-axis we can see there are some of the parameters omega p and omega s, that is nothing but your passband edge frequency, and omega is nothing but your stop band edge frequency. And of course from 0 to omega p we'll be calling it as passband. From omega p to omega s is nothing but your transition band. Then from omega s it is the stop band. Similarly, if I try to represent in a mathematical representation, that is, I can represent this as in the form of h of j omega varying between 1 to 1 minus dou of p for value of omega varying between 0 to omega p. And for h of j omega, which is lesser than or equal to dou of s and greater than or equal to 0 for omega which is greater than or equal to omega of s. So I can just represent in the mathematical representation also. And the desired magnitude response in the passband is 1, and the desired magnitude response in the stop band is normally it will be 0. And the same thing I can represent NTP and KP. KP is nothing but the passband ripple in terms of a dB, or else in terms of a gain, that is omega to omega p can be represented as Kp. Kp will be equal to minus of Kp, which is nothing but 20 log of 1 minus dou of p. Similarly, I can represent your quantity, that is A of S, the stop band attenuation in terms of a dB, in terms of a stop band gain, that is Ks will be equal to minus of As at the gain at omega is equal to, that is the stop band gain at omega is equal to omega S. Okay, as I told you the differences, we can see that is in the Butterworth filter, that is the transition region will be there, whereas in a Chebyshev filters it is a narrow transition region. Okay, yes, then we can see the Butterworth filter characterized by the magnitude frequency response as h of j omega is equal to 1 over 1 plus omega by omega c to the power of 2 of n, entire thing by a square root of it. That is, what is n? N is the order of the filter, and omega c is the cutoff frequency, where the filter magnitude is 1 by root times the DC gain, that is at omega is equal to 0. Okay, so typically the magnitude response frequency of a Butterworth filter has been as shown in the figure. We can see here, for when we go for an higher order, that is for from n varying between 1 to 10, it has been shown in the figure. For n is equal to 1, for a lower order, the what we can call it as the transition region is a wider transition region. When the order becomes more, the transition region will become less. Okay, so these are the order of the filters, that is for different order of the filters from 1 to 5. The what we can call it as the poles, or the in the transfer function, the poles which are lying in the left of the plane, after considering it, these are the denominator terms which we will be getting for the different order, starting from n is equal to 1 to n is equal to 5, which is standard. Okay, which we can represent, which we can just directly take from the book itself. Okay, then we can see the design parameters. So the first thing, we will try to design one of the low pass Butterworth filter. To design a low pass Butterworth filter, of course, what are the things we have to design? For designing a low pass filter, that is the given parameters, it may be Kp, Ks, omega p, and omega s parameters may be given. But for designing a low pass Butterworth filter, the first things what people will be trying to do here is, first we will try to design a normalized low pass filter, then we will convert the normalized low pass filter into a low pass filter. For converting from normalized low pass filter into a prototype frequency response filter, that is the low pass filter, we have to refer a standard table which has been given. I will just show that particular table also. Here you can see. This is the analog to analog transformation table which we have to refer for designing of any of your filters. That is, if I just wanted to design a low pass filter, the first thing is, of course, we'll be designing a prototype frequency response. From the prototype frequency response, we'll be converting into what we call it as a transform function. And if I want to design a high pass filter, the first thing is, if they are given a detail for your high pass filter, that is Kp, Ks, omega p, and omega s for an high pass filter, then I have to use a backward design equations. From the backward design equations, I have to convert into a prototype frequency response. Then I have to design a low pass filter. From the low pass filter, I have to transform into a transform frequency response, that is an high pass filter. That is, if they are given a high pass frequency response details, using your backward design equation, which we can see in the third column, using that backward design equations, I have to convert into a prototype frequency response. Then I have to design a low pass prototype frequency response. From the low pass prototype frequency response, then I have to convert once again into a high pass filter. And similarly, it will be applicable for your band pass filter, and as well as for the band stop filters also. So this is the design of your one of the filter, the basic filter. So we will try to take a simple example for designing a low pass filter, an analog low pass filter. Yes, a band, that is a Butterworth low pass filter, has to meet the following specifications, with the passband gain Kp is equal to minus 1 dB at omega p is equal to 4 radians per second. the stop band attenuation, which is greater than or equal to 20 dB at omega s is equal to 8 radians per second. So the first thing is we have to determine the transfer function, that is an analog filter HA of S of the lowest order Butterworth filter to meet the above specifications. That is, if we just plot the given data into a form of the frequency response curve, we can see it will look simple, something like this. That is low pass frequency response curve, the magnitude frequency response curve with respect to the x and y axis. Of course, for Kp, which has been given is equal to -1 dB, and Ks, which is equal to -20 dB, with the omega p is equal to 4 radians per second, and omega s is equal to 8 radians per second. N is equal to the filter order, which is equal to a logarithmic of uh, 10 raised to the power of minus kp by 10 minus 1 divided by 10 raised to the power of minus ks by 10 minus 1, the entire thing which has been divided by your 2 into log of omega p by omega s. Okay, so this is the formula what we people are using for designing a low pass filter with an order n is equal to, that is for a filter order, any filter order. Yeah. So using this particular formula and substituting the values of Kp, Ks, omega p and omega s, the order of the filter, what we are getting here is 4.3. After substituting everything and using your calculator, so the value what we are getting is 4.3. But normally, that is, if we are getting the 4.3 decimal values, we'll be rounding up to the next higher larger value, the next higher value. So your 4.3 will be rounded up to a 5 itself. If you are getting 4.1 or 4.9, still it has been rounded up to a next larger value, that is 5 itself. Okay, so now we have to design the transfer function or to obtain a transfer function that is with an order of 5. Okay, and we have to consider the poles which are lying in the left half of the plane itself. The poles of Butterworth filter are located at the value, that is s of k is equal to 1 with an angle of theta k, where k is given with starting from the values 0 1 up to 2 into n minus 1, where n is the order of the filter. Here the case for n is equal to 5, so I have to calculate the value of k starting from 0 to what, or 0 to 2 into n, that is 10 minus 1, that is 9. So starting from 0 to 9, we have to find out with the values of k substituting from 0 to 9. And for that, we have to calculate my theta of k. My theta of k is given by pi k by n plus pi by 2n plus pi by 2. So substituting the values of k is equal to 0 up to the value of so my theta naught, which will be getting as 6 pi by 10, that is nothing but s naught, which is equal to 1 with an angle of 6 pi by 10, which can be represented as e to the power of j into theta of k, that is nothing but cos theta of k plus j sine theta of k, which will be getting the poles as minus 0.309 plus j 0.951. That is, we got the value as negative here. So I can consider the value of S naught. Similarly, I have to substitute for S1, S2, S3 goes on up to a value of. If I calculate similarly for the remaining values, the values what we'll be getting for S0, S1, S2, S3 and S4 will be negative values, and the remaining values will be positive values, which we can try, which we can substitute the values, and which we can, if after obtaining the values, we'll be getting the positive values. But the positive values will not be considered, we'll be considering only the negative values, which we can see here once I just write down in the on the circumference of a circle with the poles marking with the two terms. One is omega, the other one is a rho. Okay, with we can see the poles starting from S0 will be in the left half of the plane. The remaining values will be in the right half of the plane. So I'll be considering only the poles which are lying in my left half of my plane itself. So the poles which are lying in the left half of the plane, that is starting from S0, S1, S2, S3, S4. So we can see here start all those values are negative values up to my S of 4. And from S of 5, the remaining values will be positive values. So you can see S of 5, which started with the positive value minus 0.951. So we are considering only the left half of the plane. So hence the transfer function of the fifth order normalized low pass Butterworth filter is given by H5 of S, which is equal to 1 over the poles which are lying in the left half of the plane, that is substituting S minus of S of K, that is 1 over S minus S naught, S minus S1, S minus S2, S minus S3, and S minus S4. Substituting all those values, I'll be getting a transfer function that is h5 of s. After simplification, we'll be getting the transfer function as 1 over s to the power of 5 plus 3.26 s to the power of 4 plus 5.236 s to the cube plus 5.236 into s plus 3.236 s plus 1. So this is the transfer function what we get, that is after simplifying the values, that is the values 1 over s minus s of k considering the left half of the plane. But we have this, once we obtain this particular transfer function, the next thing is we have to find out the cutoff frequency, and the cutoff frequency to exactly meet with respect to the passband requirement, that is the passband requirement of kp is equal to minus 1 dB. So for that, the simple formula what we have to know is omega c is being given by omega p divided by 10 raised to the power of minus kp by 10 minus 1 to the power of 1 by 2n, which is equal to, that is substituting the values of all those values, the omega c value what we'll be getting is 4.5787 radians per second. So to calculate my omega c, we have a simple formula, omega p divided by 10 raised to the power of minus kp by 10 minus 1 to the power of 1 to the power of 1 by 2n. So omega p, what we got is omega c values 4.5787 radians per second. That is the omega c value, the cutoff, what we can call it as the cutoff frequency omega c, which is exactly with respect to the passband requirement. And similarly, if it is with respect to the stop, I can substitute in the omega p and kp, we have to replace with omega s and ks. That is the only replacement if I am trying to calculate the cutoff frequency with respect to the stop band requirement. Now here I have calculated with the passband requirement. So it is omega c is equal to omega p divided by 10 raised to the power of minus kp by 10 minus 1. Okay. So the value what we got is 4.5787 radians per second. And once we have designed, that is calculated omega c, then I have to transform the, what we can call it as the frequency response transformation, that is from normalized prototype normalized frequency response transformation, which we have to make for this particular transformation, that what we call it as a low pass to a low pass transformation on the normalized low pass filter. Okay. So that, for that, referring your table, what I have to do is I have to substitute my, in place of s by omega c, that is in the transfer function what we obtained earlier, that is the transfer function. In that particular transfer function, referring the transformation table, that is from the low pass to low pass transformation, I have to replace my s by omega c. Okay, that is s by omega c, which is a standard procedure. So referring your table and normalized low pass frequency, that is after substituting it, I'll be getting h5 of s, which is nothing but 1 over, in place of s, now I am replacing entire thing divided by that is by your s by 4.5787. Okay, after replacing it, whatever the final value will be getting is my, the analog low pass frequency filter, that is a transfer function with an order of 5. Okay, with an order of 5, that is 1 over s to the power of 5 plus 14 e to s to the power of 4, then the remaining thing, that is 109.8 s cube plus 502.6 s square plus 142.2.3 s plus 2012.4 is the transform, that is the transfer function what we will get after calculating. This is how we will be trying to design an analog low pass filter, that is an analog low pass Butterworth filter.